This is NDTV, and you're watching NDTV 24/7.
Yes, you have guessed it right. On this very, very, very special edition of Out of England, I'm coming to you from the Mecca of cricket, from the home of cricket, from one location which is a favourite for many, many, many cricketers world over and for cricketing fans, the Lord's Cricket Grounds in London. Now, with me are co-founders, Shrikant and Christy, are co-founders of this app called Proeta. Proeta, is that how you call it?
Proeta.
Proeta. Now, Proeta is an app which is available on your smartphone, on your iPhone, on Androids. And what it essentially does is correct me if I'm wrong, in my understanding of this concept, is actually it plays a platform where big names from the cricketing world are available to be able to consult or to be able to mentor a person's, a budding cricketer's game. The person sending videos doesn't have to be of a particular age. They could be kids, they could be adults. All they have to do is play cricket, record a video of that little cricket that they play, and if they want to up their game, then here they are available to actually give them feedback. Now, that sounds incredibly easy. Is it actually that simple?
Yeah, I think it's that easy because everybody can use a smartphone. Now you can take a video on your smartphone, a couple of different angles, press upload, up it comes, pick your elite mentor you want to do it, press that button and it comes through. If it was myself or James, we'll get that video and then we have a look and we sort of come back to you and say what we think.
Well, I know you're very good with the bat. I know you wear the gloves like nobody else can. But are you really so good with your fingers and are you tech savvy, for example? Are you good with apps and things like that?
Well, I think the beauty of this product is that it's a very simple product to use. It's a very effective. The message comes across, but it's so for someone like myself who's okay with the app stuff, this is incredibly simple, and that's the beauty of this for the consumer and also for the elites. And the fact you've got the ability to go into a lot of detail if you want, with sort of you can draw on the app that you've got to assess someone's technique. You also have the ability to be one-on-one and talk to them face to face and get that contact, which I think is absolute gold dust.
Are you really ready for this? Because this could mean a lot of traffic coming into your phone. This could mean a lot of people from a lot of places sending you videos, and it's a lot of work. I mean, what would drive you to do something like? Would it be passion? Would it be your urge to help someone? What would it be, Pete?
Well, I love coaching, full stop. And I think one of the nice things is, I mean, we can only answer so many. And the way the platforms is put out there, you've got 14 days for us to respond. So it gives us 2 weeks really to find those little windows. In cricket we have lots of windows normally because the way the game is, there's lots of time, there's dead time around cricket when it rains and other things happen, and the chance then to give something back, because so much knowledge is in the professional game that doesn't get out, that it's actually quite frustrating for us in the professional game. We watch amateurs making mistakes and we think, well, actually we could really help there, and this is a chance for us to do it, so it should be great fun.
Sure, great, thank you for that. And he's running away, but I have to have him in the frame. Karma, let's get him on the frame. That's Michael Holding. Michael, say hi to us. That's Michael Holding, that fantastic, fantastic cricketer, who's also, by the way, on board Proeta, who's going to also be coaching or mentoring, coaching/mentoring/ giving feedback to people. How's this going to work?
So essentially, for all the amateurs, we have created a smartphone app for both the iOS as well as the Android platform. And like you rightly said, they can record themselves playing the game, or if they want to ask questions about the game. And there's a directory of mentors, proeters, who we have selected from all the cricketing nations. And they essentially choose them and upload the videos. The videos reach the mentors. The mentors will then review the videos and give a message back to them. So It'll be a
video message.
It's a video message back which comes back. So there's authenticity when it's a video. There's inspiration.
It's not a PR manager who's done it for you. It will be them who will be doing it.
Exactly. I think that's really important. And just the sheer inspiration and the impact that this can generate, Christy and I are very, very excited about.
What's the kind of impact you're hoping it can make, Shrikant? Do you have kids in your family who are budding cricketers?
So that's a good question. So probably
I seem to have touched some soft point there.
So one of the reasons we built or we designed Proatar is my son, Arav. He's a budding cricketer.
Okay.
And when I see the reaction that's on his face, the sheer joy.
When
when
he
gets a video message back, when he has access to the grades, it's just incredible. I remember an incident where he was at the bottom of this building itself, and he wanted to get an autograph from Mikey, but Mikey was very busy. It was lunchtime, and he said, "Sorry, young man, I can't." And then when he finally got a message back from Mikey saying, "Arav, looking good, playing well," it just blew his mind. So that's the impact we're looking for.
Sure. Great concept, great thought indeed. But Christy, let me ask you the economics of it. Is this a free app to start with and to download, and how does it work? Do I have to pay if I were to record a video of my game, and tell us about how it works really? What is the mathematics of it?
Sure. The way it works is the amateur can download the app for free, both from Android and from iOS. And they can look around, they can look at all the mentors that are available, they can select the mentor that they want to send a video to. And by the way, that video doesn't have to be just about your skills. It's not just about batting, bowling, or keeping. They can ask questions about captaincy, or mental side of the game, or it could be about nutrition. How do I prepare over the off season? So all of those kinds of things could be the questions. And imagine getting access to these kinds of names to get those questions answered, as well as your technical stuff answered. So our business model is each video that you send, you pay to send that video through. And the average price point is about $150.
That's the average. For a consultation.
That's correct.
With a cricketer.
That's correct. So, but imagine spending a day or getting an hour with one of these guys or one of these girls who's our mentors. It is almost way too expensive. And here we are providing that access, and arguably that's at a pretty viable price. And we have a lot of ways in which that could be subsidized. For example, we have a charity aspect within Proatar. There's also the corporate aspect, so people could give those away as gift vouchers. So if you've got gifts from an auntie or an uncle or your teammates or from your corporate, what a great gift to give for somebody who's a passionate amateur cricketer.
Somebody who probably really needs it. And so what is this celebrity list looking like? It's got a huge panel of very big names. Two of them are here. You saw Michael Holding, who was there as well. And then there's Tom Moody. And then I was personally very impressed with women cricketers who are up there as well. So it's not just for the boys, it's also for the girls. And they can get expert opinion from anybody they may choose to. Give us a list of the people. Actually, let me ask you, have you checked who are your fellow?
I'm going to Kumar Sangakkara first, personally. I'm gonna say, Kumar, come on, tell me a little bit more. There's some great names on there. I think from different things. Kumar Sangakkara's experience playing all around the world, fantastic to tap into. Someone like Jason Gillespie, and he's coached at different places. Got a really nice way, I think, and a different way of doing stuff. So there's so many different things you can tap into. And the nice thing is, that's the choice of the amateur. They can pick what they want, and they don't have to stay with one. They can have a look at 2 or 3 if they want to.
Sure.
Hopefully get good advice. And I think all the elites would say the same. We'll try and make sure it's simple. Things that are usable, things you can take to the nets and do and work on. And then hopefully you come back and we have a look at an improved player. That's the goal.
Okay. Have you thought about who you want to send a video to for expert advice?
This man right here. Morsey's the man. So
and he strictly told you only via video.
I think the consumer is very fortunate. They're littered with options. So it's a very exciting product. The fact that it's like a menu, and you go, right, today I want to go with such and such. So, you know, and these are highly respected individuals in the game, highly respected performers, coaches. So it's very exciting.
And are you someone who actually gets excited when you have to record a video? Would you? You know, it could be a verbal conversation, but if you had to show an action of how to hold the bat, of how to position your arms when you want to grasp a ball, would you actually be animated? I'm just curious. Would you in your hotel room just put the camera there and then go?
I mean, absolutely. I mean, the simple answer is the fact that I get excited about coaching, and you'll probably get the same answer from pretty much everybody on that panel. So once you see something and you think you can add value, it's a great experience to have personally, and then potentially the person you're working with will come back, and then you'll be able to see their development. That's a phenomenal, you know, that's a real buzz personally.
The co-founders, I'd just like to touch upon this aspect because I'm truly proud. Srikanth is a fellow Indian and Christy is a Sri Lankan, and they have co-founded this, and there are so many others who have invested in this concept, which now today is a company. This is likely to be up there for download September, is it?
15th of September.
15th of September. Now, and I want to delve a little bit about this personal impact that it's likely to make. We know that India is a cricket crazy nation, and people play gully cricket simply because they have so many hours on hand and they don't know what to do, and so they play cricket, and people get onto the streets because they can't afford to actually go to stadiums or training centers to train. And some of our best cricketers from Team India have been people who've practiced on literally streets with potholes in it. So for a country like India, for example, from Indian perspective, if we were to look at it, there are people who get, and internet penetration in India is constantly increasing. Technology is something that everybody has access to. Smartphones is something that that is there in everybody's house. Sometimes we can't afford onions in India. Or tomatoes in India because of inflation, but smartphones, yes, we do have it. And so when everybody in India, or let's say in another, let's say Commonwealth country, has access to this kind of technology, puts up their video, of course it comes for it with a price, they actually get somebody who they have grown up admiring all their lifetime, get them to say, hey buddy, that was a good game, but you know what, you should do this and you should do that. So that's the kind of impact I think that this is likely to make, which can be life-changing sometimes, which can be so motivating sometimes, isn't it? What is the mode of communication going to be between the person who's putting up the video and the elite?
Yeah, so you touched upon a really good point about the whole digitalization which is happening in India. Smartphone penetration, we know about it, as well as the Wi-Fi rates. So it's about an app which they download on their phone, and they use the app to send the video, and the video comes back to them on their app. So it's everything to do with the smartphone.
Okay, right. Now, if you weren't a cricketer, what would you have been all your life?
If I hadn't been a cricketer,
Yeah.
Oh, good question. I've tried a couple of different things, actually. I think when I first left school, I was going to teach, is what I thought I'd do.
Really?
Well, I don't know if I would, but I was going to go to college and teach. Since then, the game's changed a huge amount. So it used to be we had 6-month contracts. So in the winters, I did various different things to make ends meet. You'd do anything from being a postman to working for. I researched computer viruses at one point in my life. Yeah, I did. So many different things, and then slowly but surely, cricket became immersed in me. And I think, like a lot of people maybe watching, cricket gets in your blood. It gets part of you. I love the game. I love talking about the game. I love coaching the game. So this is just another option for me to be able to do that.
That explains why you're so naturally such a good coach. Because you like teaching anyway. What about you? Have you thought about it? If you weren't a cricketer, what would you have been?
I think I would have worked in the stock exchange, to be honest, when it was back in the day.
Really? You're good with money.
You can spend
No comment. I enjoy the hustle and bustle of it. I enjoy being able to control your emotions in making trades, etc., etc. So that type of thing really always interested me. I used to do a little bit in the winter with work experience and that side of things. So that could have been an angle, but as it turned out, I was fortunate enough to still be playing even now.
Yeah, I had imagined actually that you would say I would have been playing opposite Roger Federer, or actually somebody more senior, spending the summer here. Oh, Andre Agassi, spending the summer in Wimbledon.
Yeah, that's right, true. I mean, I thought I was going to be a tennis player, so I played like a decent stand when I grew up. That's where I used to train before and after school, various national kind of camps that I used to do all around the country. But I always played other sports. I played hockey, I played my cricket, and I think that's what I'd always encourage, blanket period, is to play sport in general, because I think various others. So, for example, I ended up going down the cricket route. I enjoyed the team aspect, but there's lots of things from my hockey days, from my tennis days, that transferred into my cricket, particularly like the movement of tennis, moving side to side, which then coincidentally became quite effective for wicket keeping, using your hands, returning the serve in hockey, reverse sweeping and sweeping. So I'm a big fan in playing all types of sports. But yeah, as I alluded to earlier, tennis is I thought I was going to do. Andre Agassi was my idol, but as it panned out, I went down a slightly different route.
Yeah. I wonder what his couple would be like, you know. Amazing wrists, isn't it? Somebody could get. But that, sure, we've been asked to wrap, but that brings me to the next and perhaps the last but one question on whether this is just for cricket or is it for other sport?
It is very much for other sports. So cricket is our starting point because we obviously are passionate about it. So golf and tennis are very much in the works. We've got conversations going with the elites already in those sports. And who knows, I'm sure there'll be other sports after that.
Yeah, sure. And perhaps you could get some advice on tennis as well. But yes, but this is so interesting because here are two techies who have actually built an app from scratch. They met, in their apartments? How did this come about?
So we used to work at Deloitte's together, and Chrissy was actually my mentor. So the whole mentorship concept, and we've taken our expertise of technology and our passion of sport, and we put it together, and we just love what we're doing.
Brilliant. Good luck. I really wish you well, and thank you for doing this, because any effort made by you through an app or through in person or in any mode or medium really, to reach out to people and make yourself accessible to share tips is something that's so welcome and so very appreciated. I'd just like to let you know that. Thank you very much indeed for joining us on this edition of Out of England. If you have feedback, if you have questions, if you just have thoughts to share, write to us. ooe@ndtv.com is where you write to. Thank you.